What is going on, people? Today we're going to be talking about Colosseum, and this is a new week, so that means we got a new constellation. Now, the team that you see here is the one that, at least in my kingdom, most people are running. There's a couple of variations of it, but it's the one that for the most part the people are running. A lot of people on my guild are actually running some sort of this type of variation, but for the most part you see a lot of the same type of heroes, right? So let's go ahead and talk about this one specifically, because this is the one that once you get into like the top 50, top 100 or so, you're going to see a bunch of. And it takes advantage of the constellation quite a bit, because Necromancer or Beastman boosts strength plus 35% and attack plus 50%. So the whole idea here is just pretty much overwhelming your opponent with your damage. And of course, Master Cook is probably going to be your mainstay here. And then Curse Hunter, of course. She's an assassin. You add 35% strength and 50% attack to an already established assassin. Boy, that's going to do a lot of damage. And then, of course, Centaur does take advantage of that as well. But there is also another little thing that I want to note, because you won't think that Centaur actually taking advantage of this, and specifically Lore Weaver, would be such a big deal. But remember, strength plus 35%. A lot of people may think, well, if you're not some sort of like physical attack damage dealer hero, you're not really gonna use the that boost for much. That's actually not the case. I want you guys to take a look at what strength actually does. So if you go over to the stats and you take a look at strength for Lore Weaver, for instance, right? You got strength 508, but if you click on it, it says right there, strength affects a max HP and defense. Also increases attack for strength heroes, which is great, but strength affects max HP and defense, meaning that even though Lore Weaver technically is not going to be using more attack than usual, she is going to be tankier than usual, so that's also a big plus. Now, the big stars this week, of course, is going to be Master Cook and Curse Hunter, and this team is one team that I saw a lot of people using. So you may have some questions as far as how do you beat this team? Well, yesterday I used probably like, I don't know, like 1,000, maybe close to 2,000 gems, just refreshing, trying different teams on this team just to see what would work out. And I also put it up as defense just to see how people would fare against the team. And if you take a look at my my battle reports here, people are not really faring that well against it. Like, yeah, you lose some, you win some, but for the most part, it's overwhelmingly pretty good. Now, there is a couple of teams that I've tried a couple of times, and I haven't lost to this team yet. So if you're wondering, how do you beat this team? Let me go over a couple of ways that you actually can beat this team. Now, this is my own team that I've been using, and it's worked out 3 times. So it's 3 for 3, hasn't lost, but I will say it definitely has an opportunity to lose if you get some bad procs here and there, which, I mean, for Colosseum, that's pretty much how it goes a lot of the time. But let's take a look. So here's the team. Here is the team. So I'm going to be using Rose Knight, Twilight Priestess, Witch Doll, Master Cook, Lore Weaver. Now here's the reason why, okay? If you go 2 tanks against this team, you're going to be at a disadvantage, because they are going to probably take out your Lore Weaver, and once your heals are gone, you're going to be done. So the reason I'm going with this lineup is Lore Weaver, I want her on the side, on the left-hand side, pretty much safe from their initial attacks. And then I have Twilight Priestess to help me with the Master Cook, because Master Cook is one of the main problems that you have with this team as far as their damage. And then, so Twilight Priestess is there to try and deal with that Master Cook, and then the Witch Doll Master Cook combination on the right hand side is meant to actually try to deal with that Curse Hunter / Don Guapo combo, because if the procs line up correctly, you should be able to win. And actually, funny enough, in this matchup, my Witch Doll goes down and I still win. So when one of your main heroes go down and you still win, that gives you a sense that, okay, so this team doesn't have to be perfect to win, right? Like, things can go badly and you can still have a shot. So right there, Witch Doll goes down, but if you take a look, Twilight Priestess took out their Master Cook, which is huge. Like, I can't tell you how huge that is, because basically Curse Hunter and Master Cook are down, meaning that their damage is completely neutered. So this is also a very good team if you want to try to beat this team. I will say, if you're free to play, like completely free to play, you may struggle quite a bit this constellation, because there's so many pay to play heroes that are going to be used and are going to be just super strong, starting with Master Cook. Ethereal God is also really strong this week. Curse Hunter, like there is just a lot. So, and then here, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but basically you whittle them down, you know, you go tank by tank, and eventually you take it all out. So that's one way to do it. There is another team that I funny enough, I wanted to test this team out offensively and see like what other teams would do against it, and I actually found a team that maybe somebody had from last constellation still, and they saw that it was working and they just kept it. But check this team out, okay? Right down here, Luke. I'm going to be using the team that everybody's using, right? Against, take a look at this. They have Don Guapo, Witch Doll, Petite Devil, Snail Princess, and Laura Weaver. This is just a bunch of magic heroes. So you would think, wow, with Curse Hunter, Master Cook, you're going to devour them. Actually, no. Because their Snail Princess, her stun stops my Don Guapo from charging. And if that Curse Hunter jumps and doesn't immediately take out either Witch Doll or Petite Devil, they're going to proc. And it's all downhill from there. So let's watch it unfold. So there goes the Don Guapo. So see, that one, he actually manages to charge, but a lot of times it's like a 50-50 toss. If he's charging and then the Snail Princess gets to proc, he's not going to go anywhere. But there, what happened was the Petite Devil got to proc, and look at the damage. Look at the absolute amount of damage that they're doing, okay? That is just... That's just strong. When you have a Petite Devil that is not dying, you're not going to fare very well. So, Petite Devil, Witch Doll, Snail Princess, Lore Weaver, and then a Don Guapo. Look at that. They pretty much just completely wiped me. 5-0. So when I saw that, I was like, huh. Now, was that fluky? Or is that something that I can actually, like, count on? So I did it again. I ran it back just to see if everything would go the same way. Like, okay, what's going on here, right? And there goes the Don Guapo. And here's their heal. And once that Curse Hunter jumps over there to that Petite Devil and doesn't kill it, it's almost like completely downhill from there. Look at that. Look at the amount of damage. Like, it's just a lot. And then the Lore Weaver has to choose either heal the teams on the side or heal the Don Guapo over here. And once again, like, they just completely annihilate me. So again, those are two possible teams that you can use against this team that everybody's using this week. And as I try to move up here, I'm going to try some of these teams to see if maybe it holds true. I will say this one does seem to be more stable against this team than the first one I used with Twilight Priestess. But I kind of want to try both of them again just to see. Because that first one does seem like a little bit based on luck. Oh, okay. Actually, talking about Luke McCain. So you guys saw how I used the same team twice. And I just got completely obliterated. And then I tried one more time and I actually won. What if I told you that the difference between completely getting obliterated and just winning outright was just changing one hero? That's it. Well, let's go ahead and show you. So, if you take a look at my team now, the only difference is Rose Knight. That's it. Took out Don Guapo, put in Rose Knight. Now, let's see how this unfolds now. The reason I chose Rose Knight is because her initial shield will mean everything to me. So check out what happens. She puts up her initial shield. I stop the Don Guapo from charging, which is great. And then watch this. Now the fight is actually in their corner. And there goes the Petite Devil. There goes the Curse Hunter proc. And then just complete annihilation from there. So even though my Centaur died, I still have a backup tank. And then all the damage that follows through. So Something to think about. Now, let's go ahead and see if I can actually use the same team again, because I believe he's still running the same team. Yes. Although... Oh, he's running a completely different team. Okay, but you know what? Let's do this again. Let's see if it'll work the same exact way. Curse Hunter, and then the last one was Centaur, which I might have passed. Yes, right here. So let's see. Let's see how this works out. But like I said, this team right here is really good against the same team, but with Don Guapo. So let's see if it plays out the same way. I'm still a little scared of the Petite Devil, not gonna lie, because Petite Devil can be a bit of a problem. She's a problem child. Oh, like I said, Petite Devil is a problem. Oh my goodness. And then I get an attack on her and she just completely heals it. That is not ideal. Petite Devil is gonna get to proc twice. So you know what? I think that whole matchup is just based on Petite Devil. That's all. Yeah. Because this team's actually pretty easy to face. If you're thinking about just Petite Devil, Witch Doll, etc., you can just go full assassins. But now that I'm really thinking about it, the Centaur is not really it's not really a big deal there. You don't necessarily have to use him because he is a physically strong tank. So this team here might actually do pretty well. Master Cook. Technically, if you take out Master Cook and put it in like a Demon Slayer, you pretty much guarantee the victory. But I kind of want to experiment with this. Let's see. This is more of a cookie cutter, 2 tank, healer, 2 attack. More of a cookie cutter build. But let's see. The Don Guapo gets a bunch of damage over to the Petite Devil, and they get to proc. Oh, no. That Petite Devil is just a problem. Although my Don Guapo... Oh, I was going to say my Don Guapo is not dead, and then that happens. Well, that's not great. You know what, actually, now that I'm actually thinking, the Ethereal Guide would be pretty good, because she's actually really good against magic. So if I go Berserker instead, and actually, I kind of want to use Ethereal Guide, so instead of Berserker, I'm just going to go 1 tank, and then do this. I'm going to be relying on only 1 tank, so that is a little dangerous. But if that Don Guapo can die fairly fast, I may have a chance here. Let me see. That Don Guapo is a problem. Oh, my lord. Oh! Oh! Well, forget the tanks. It was my actual, like, front line that completely got obliterated. Wow. Okay. So, let me actually at least try to get past this team, because maybe it's not the greatest. Where's my low weaver? Here we go. So 3 assassins against 3 magic dealers. Honestly, once you take out the Petite Devil in this team, you should just auto win. The Snail Princess is a problem here initially because of that initial damage and the Demon Slayer taking that to the face. But if the Petite Devil dies here, which she has not, oh my god, I'm just cursed. I'm cursed. I'm cursed. Yo. Oh my god. And I think what happened was the Demon Slayer took the Lore Weaver stun right to the face. That's man, that might have been unlucky. And I don't have Ready to Rumble. You know what? It's okay. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Again, it's all about the Petite Devil. She dies, you're good. And honestly, maybe I don't need Femme Fatale. Maybe I should use Rose Knight to just stop all that initial damage, because that's what's killing me right now. Look at this. I mean, do we know if Petite Devil is the one not getting the defense boost? Because she is not dying. Holy crap. So you know what? Instead of Femme Fatale, because honestly I don't think she's doing much, I'm just gonna use Rose Knight to protect my assassins from all that damage at the start, and all that stun, especially the stun from the Snail Princess is huge. I feel like when you go up against Snail Princess, you almost always need a Rose Knight to combat that, because it just sucks. And she still doesn't die. Why is Petite Devil so tanky this week? What is going on? She's still not dead, is she? Oh, she just died. She just died. I don't understand why the Petite Devil is just so freaking tanky. It's actually pretty insane. My Demon Slayer somehow lived through that. I'm not really sure why. I mean, they're all just not dying. You would think that the Constellation is actually making them tankier, but no, it's just, I don't know, bad luck maybe? Look at that, they're still not dying. Considering I have 3 assassins and they're still just like chugging along like nothing's, I don't know. I feel like this team just feels tankier this week. It's a little weird. Because usually Petite Devil dies fairly fast. I don't know. That was weird. Okay. So now, actually, thinking about that team, funny enough, the way that these teams work is that now it won't work just because I'm the one using it. So as we seen, this team, the one that I just pretty much struggled against, should take out that team. I mean, when we tried that team against this team, we went 0-2. And, like, it was 5-0. So I kind of want to see the same results, right, game? Why do I have doubt? But you can't know until you try it yourself. But let's see. So the Don Guapo's going to get the charge. Here he goes. Their Curse Hunter actually has quite a bit of damage on it. They get a heal off because why not? Okay. Don Guapo kill their healer. No, of course not. There we go. Healer's dead. Now the Curse Hunter is also dead. That's great. Oh, my Petite Devil's kind of about to eat it. Ooh, Witch Doll for the... well, I was going to say Witch Doll for the save, but that didn't turn out the case. But it should still win. Because they have no healers left. Yeah, so... This should end it right here. It ended my Don Guapo for sure. But yeah, the Centaur is not going to be able... So, funny enough, like, I lost 2 heroes where they were not losing anyone. But I won. So, there's that, I guess. Now, the problem I have now is I don't think I'm going to have anyone to hit. I don't. That's a very weird team. Oh, wow. That's a very weird team. Huh. Is there any other team that I can kind of hit and mess around with? Even though it's just going to be for nothing. I'm seeing this team quite a bit. You know what? I have a feeling that this team, where is it? The initial team actually should beat that one. That Witch Doll probably is going to die fairly quick. Let's see. Let's take a look. So the Don Guapo's not going to charge. Yes, it gets stopped by the Centaur. Pushed back. Oh, their Curse Hunter is rip. Okay, well, took down my healer. Well, that's not great. This is not working out. This is not working out well. Huh. Now, it would have been completely different if my healer would have healed. I just completely lost that one. But I kind of want to run it back just to see. Because that Curse Hunter definitely... Who was it again? I don't even... Was it... No. Who was it? Ahmad. Where's Ahmad? Why do they make this so hard sometimes to find somebody? It's one of the most annoying things. Oh. Okay, let's run it back just to see. Because if that other team also does well against this team, then we have another team that we can use against this same team. So again, the Centaur stops the Petite Devil. Yo, my healer is just dying too quickly. That's a problem. They're gonna get that heal off, and that's gonna be big. So that team also seems to do pretty well against this one. I have a feeling though that the healer, like if my healer gets to heal before that Curse Hunter gets to kill him, it would be a completely different circumstance, but it is what it is. I honestly feel like, you know what? I feel like if you change, once again, if you just change this for a Lore Weaver, or not a Rose Knight, Lore Weaver has a higher chance of surviving and thus probably giving you a better chance. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see. Centaur should take care of the Don Guapo's charge. So it should free up my Lore Weaver a little bit at least. Okay. There goes the charge. And look at the difference. Usually that first auto attack Lore Weaver was dead. Now it's not the case. Although she's not close to proccing, which is like, wow. And now she's stunned. She heals. Okay. That's completely different than what was happening before. Although I'm eating it right now. But yeah. So now it's just their healer is gonna die, and yeah. So Lore Weaver having Rose Knight by her side made a huge difference as far as her surviving. Something to keep in mind, because that was absolutely nuts. Wow. So I definitely have some other teams that I want to try, and maybe I'll set up like another defense to see how other teams would fare. But yeah, that magic team just seems like that Petite Devil was just never dying. It was the freakiest thing, because usually 3 assassins take her out and like, so it was kind of weird. But yeah, if you're struggling, try some of those teams out against the teams that you're going to be seeing quite a lot this week. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and until later, bye.